What's good, everybody? It's your boy DJ McCree, and this is like my 15th time recording. It's really my third, but today we're gonna actually be talking about the secrets of Metro Boomin, of 808 Mafia. We got a few things that they do, and a lot of people have been asking me how to do it. A friend of mine actually knows the gist of it. However, I'm going to talk about basically the easiest way of coming and doing this technique. And I'm going to play the demo of what I'm going to be doing. It's just a melody I just made real quick. And also I will be allowing people to, well, it will be available for download. The project will be the FLP file. So you can get the gist of it and do this and watch this. So let's play the demo. I'm going to turn the actual things off. I guess I could have just left the drums in, but I thought the drums sucked so bad. But you know, here it is. Okay, now basically there's two things that's going on. One is basically a pitch shift from, I guess, from like the third of the octave of C, which would be basically C D. Ooh, wow, C D E, or whatever key I started from. But right now. And also, there is a noise gate applied to it halfway through. These are two things that basically Metro Boomin and 808 Mafia kind of does at this point in time. And they do this by, if you see in the background, they do this by using gross beat. Gross beat can be used for several things, from pitch shifting, from pidgeating, different crazy effects like vinyl stopping, scratching, etc., etc. I, however, just use it for pitch shifting and like some of the other weird effects that can be added. However, okay. Now, you're gonna be asking why is this important, and why is this important, and why am I bringing this up? I know a lot of people some people already get the gist of it, but not everybody does. And others go and do this one way, but there's an easier way to do that, and that's basically by having a gross beat insert ready from your other inserts, and routing your inserts into that gross beat, and from that, actually creating two automation clips using the mix knobs of the dry and wet parameters in FL Studio, and applying it that way. And you can actually see it going through its automations. Okay. Now, there's different things that gross beats presents as well. They have gating and stuff like that. But however, here's an answer to what J Dubs had asked me. Basically, because he is a gross beat fanatic, he has just discovered this, and it is like heaven to him. He asked me, because if you're using these effects or whatever, it has like this awful, God-forsaken, awful clicking sound. And Lord and behold, there's click reduction. So basically, you're just going into this after you open gross beat, which, click on gross beat and go to this little thing right here, which is down arrow, and then go to click reduction. Don't turn it off. Put it on high melodic. And I guess that might be the quality of the click reduction. If you have it on low drums, if you have it on low drums, it basically makes this kind of this terrible popping sound. If it's off, the clicking sound becomes like unbearable. However, it kind of emulates that of a vinyl, in a sense, and it actually gives kind of a strange artifact to your actual sound that you're using in the insert, or whatever that you're trying to affect in the insert. So it's pretty useful. It actually sounds pretty cool with pianos and certain strings and certain things. It gives it that vinyl sound, a little popping, but people don't want that. So you basically could just click on high melodic, and that rids that unbearable sound when you're using certain effects, especially when you're using the actual pitch setting. And basically, let me give you a quick walkthrough while I can. There's flanging, momentary, patterns, pitch shift, repeater, stutter, and turntablist. It's some pretty cool effects. They're all rhythmic effects that are affected by the BPM of the actual song. There are other ways. I'm going to probably dive into this a little bit more in this series, but I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Okay, so how did I do this? Now, in FL Studio 12, it's much easier to see visually what you have in your inserts routed to a certain another insert. So basically, you can see that the pluck sound that I made using Harmor is routed to the gross beat insert, and so is the rise bass that I made. So you can see that. Okay. So one way you can actually click on this and unroute it. Once you route things in general, you can't hear the sound anymore. So make sure that you route something that you're sure of what you want to route into the gross beat chain. Because I've yet to figure out how to actually get the actual. Oh, well, I guess you could just. No, I don't want to do that. Route it back into the master. Answer my own question. So there, take that. But yeah. So you just route it back into the mixer, because basically what you want is the sound to actually come out. It'll actually come out in the mixer once you route the gross beat right into the gross beat. The gross beat will control both of those sounds as far as volume, but you can adjust the volume within the individual insert. But that's not what we're talking about. Oh no, I did it again. All you do is just left click, and that takes it out of there. And vice versa. Yeah. But okay. But what I really want to talk about is this. Now, what I did was just press Control and left click, and I press and hit. You press and hold Control and then left click all the way. Which tracks you want to use. If you don't want to use that, you just Control left click on one of them, and it'll get rid of. And you can do it normally. Now you can just go ahead and we all know that I basically just want to route that into the gross beat. So once you Control and left click in FL Studio 12, which that's exclusively to FL Studio 12. So if you have 11 and below, I recommend that you update. immediately. Yeah. So you see this little arrow, this up arrow. You right click on that. Now, if you route to this track, why I keep saying route to this track, you will not get that effect from the gross beat. Now, you're supposed to route this. Oh my goodness, you're supposed to route to this track only. But these are the options that you get. But we're only concerned about routing, so we're just gonna route to that track. Okay. So now it sounds like this. Okay. Now the other thing that you have to do is create an automation clip. Creating an automation clip does well when you create an automation clip, it looks like this. It will look like this. And this is the mix level, the dry wet of the mix level. Okay. Now, one thing you have to note is if you do create an automation clip of something and you do not select a certain part of the loop that you want, it will automatically make it the length of the song, and it'll look like this. See how long it is? You can adjust this. However, the thing is, you don't want to do that. Trust me, you just don't want to do that. It'll be a headache. It would be such the headache. Okay? So we're just going to delete that. The same way you highlight the actual inserts is the same way you will highlight what part of the patterns you want on the playlist up here. The loop. Basically, you're going to do this. You're left clicking. Well, you press Control first and hold Control and then left click. Okay. And then also, you got to be careful with this and have it online. Just always have it online, because if you have it on 1, 2 and all that, it will snap to that. It's for those who don't know. So, okay. We're going to create a automation clip. And see if I'm a liar. No, I'm not a liar. Yay. Okay. Now, what this is basically saying is that I have created an automation clip for the dry wet for the pitch, which will be low. Now let's play that. You might have noticed that the actual sound itself, did not go back to the original form. And there's a reason for that. The reason why the pitch didn't go back up to its original form is because this represents that is ongoing. Like, it will continue to do so. Now, and I'm going to do this because I'm not 100% sure. You go to what I'm going to do, you see this little point here, this little point, which you can actually grab. Boop. And I grabbed it, and I kind of screwed. I'm kind of messing everybody over right now by me doing that. Oops. Grab this point. You can right click on it, and then there's all these options. Just go to hold. Please, trust me, go to hold. Because if you don't go to hold, and you go to all these other ones, it's going to be crazy. It's going to look crazy. Hold will basically draw this down to the bottom end here. And as you can see, that means that it's the cutoff. So I'm going to go right here. Okay. So basically, now that is covered. Okay. Now that that's covered, you'll know that will do that. Now, with that being drawn out like this, in this way, which means it basically represents that the pitch will go back to normal. at this point right here, at 5, whatever, of the 2/4 count, which is the most popular count in hip hop. Okay, you can go into this now. I'm gonna drop it right here. That's basically how automation works in a nutshell. There's certain ways you can create different points, use different points, or use different things that you can automate within native FL Studio or the mixer or native FL Studio. Third-party plugins are kind of different. Like, yeah, let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and do a third-party plugin as far as automating. Okay. You would actually just like tweak. Oop, let me tweak this. I don't think that really. But yeah, I'm just gonna go. And then you would just actually go up in here. Options. And go into micros. Oh, no. Last tweak. And go into last tweak in tools. And select either link to controller if you want to link it to your MIDI controller, or create automation clip. I'm not gonna actually do that, but it'll basically allow you to do your third-party plugins the same way the FL Studio plugins work. All right, so basically that's basically it. For now, but yeah, that's how you actually do that and accomplish that. And the second one is basically a noise gate, which is offbeat. And I'm going to go ahead and select that. This tutorial shouldn't have been this long, but, you know, I tried. Okay. And here we go. It's going to go. I'm going to select that. Okay. Now, the second growth speed is basically the noise gate. I didn't use anything from this area right here. I could have, and it would probably sound like this. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it live. These are basically just different noise gate settings, and you know, there's sidechain right there. Woohoo! So you don't really have to go to the stress of actually using the limiter, which is another. It's a harder. I guess it's a more tedious way of doing sidechaining as far as like the way I was showing y'all how to route stuff. But yeah, just make you a gross beat, you know, a gross beat insert, and just have all your gross beats on one thing, and you know, just automate them, and it's a whole lot easier. And you know, I'm pretty sure this is basically, you know, since Metro Boomin uses FL Studio, I'm pretty sure he's inclined with that, you know, that he would actually get do that. So you know, this is a way that this is one of the better ways to actually organize your mixes or whatever, your beats, so you can actually have those effects in there. So I hope everything was useful. If you like this video, like it, comment it, ask me questions on this video, and please subscribe. And thank you again. And this, once again, this will be this actual FLP will be for download. So make sure that y'all download this. All right, thank you so much. This is DJ Ab. I'm out.